The locker room door slammed open like a gunshot, echoing off the tiled walls of Lincoln High's sweat-soaked underbelly. I froze, heart pounding, as Patrick's shadow loomed over me, 6 feet of quarterback muscle and menace, his eyes burning with that familiar mix of rage and something I couldn't name. "You think you're safe hiding in here, freak?" he snarled, grabbing my collar and slamming me against the cold metal lockers, his breath hot against my face, close enough that I could smell the faint mint of his gum mixed with the fear sweat I'd come to associate with survival. I didn't fight back. Never did. At 17, in the sprawling suburbs of Seattle, where the evergreens whispered secrets to the fog-shrouded sound, fighting back meant becoming the villain in your own story. Alexander Hayes, that was me, the skinny kid with the thrift store flannels and the sketchbook always tucked under my arm like a shield. Art class was my sanctuary, where I'd lose myself in charcoal strokes of rainy cityscapes and hidden faces, dreaming of a world beyond the fluorescent hell of high school hallways. But Patrick Callahan? He was the storm that ripped through it all. It started freshman year, back when his broad shoulders were still filling out and his laugh could charm teachers into forgetting tardies. Patrick was the golden boy, star quarterback for the Lincoln Lynx, son of a washed-up ex-Marine dad who coached Pee-wee football on weekends, and the guy every girl and half the football team wanted to claim. But to me, he was terror incarnate. The first time he cornered me was in the cafeteria, over a spilled tray of mystery meatloaf. "Watch where you're going, queer," he'd hissed, loud enough for the table of jocks to erupt in laughter, but his grip on my arm lingered a second too long, fingers digging in like he was anchoring himself as much as hurting me. By junior year, it had escalated into ritual. He'd shove me into walls between periods, accidentally trip me during gym, or leave crude notes in my locker. "Faggot artist boy thinks he's Picasso? Draw this," accompanied by a stick figure doodle of me hanging from a noose. I told myself it was just bully bullshit, the kind that built empires in American high schools, Darwinian survival where the weak got weeded out. But late at night, in my cramped bedroom overlooking the Puget Sound's restless waves, I'd replay those moments. Not the pain, but the way his hazel eyes would flicker, just for a heartbeat, with something raw. Confusion, pity, I buried it deep, sketching his profile from memory instead, turning tormentor into muse in secret pages no one would ever see. That rainy Tuesday in October changed everything. The Pacific Northwest drizzle had turned biblical by third period, sheets of water lashing the windows like God's own temper tantrum. I ducked into the empty art supply closet during lunch, craving 5 minutes of peace to finish a watercolor of the Space Needle shrouded in mist. The door creaked open, and there he was, Patrick, soaked from practice, his Letterman jacket dripping onto the linoleum. No entourage this time, just him, hair plastered to his forehead, looking less like a predator and more like a drowned wolf. "What the hell are you doing in here?" he growled, but his voice cracked, low and unsteady. I backed against the shelves, paint cans rattling like my pulse. "Just drawing," I stammered, clutching my sketchbook like a talisman. He stepped closer, towering, and for a wild second, I thought he'd swing. Instead, he snatched the book from my hands, flipping it open with rough fingers. His breath hitched as he landed on the page I'd been working on. A portrait of him, mid-throw on the field, all fierce grace and unspoken fire. "You drew me?" The words tumbled out, disbelieving, his face inches from mine. I nodded, throat dry, waiting for the rip, the tear, the destruction. But he didn't move. The air thickened, charged like the storm outside. Rain hammered the roof, a relentless drumbeat. Then, impossibly, his hand cupped the back of my neck, not to hurt, but to pull. His lips crashed into mine, desperate and salty with rain, tasting of forbidden lightning. I gasped into it, my body betraying me as heat flooded through the fear. It wasn't gentle. It was a collision, all teeth and urgency, his free hand fisting my shirt like he'd drown if he let go. 5 seconds. 10, time fractured. When he broke away, eyes wild, chest heaving, he whispered, "Don't tell anyone. Ever." And then he was gone, leaving me slumped against the shelves, lips bruised, world tilted on its axis. The rest of the day blurred. I floated through classes, pencil hovering over blank pages, replaying the kiss like a forbidden reel. Was it real? A prank? By evening, as I biked home through the downpour, tires splashing gray puddles, doubt crept in. Patrick Callahan kissing me? The same guy who'd made my life a gauntlet? It had to be a trap, a way to humiliate me deeper. But my body hummed with the memory. His stubble scraping my chin, the way his tongue had tentatively sought mine, hesitant as if he were the scared one. Home was a split level in Magnolia, the kind with peeling paint and a view of fairies cutting through the sound like silver ghosts. Mom worked doubles at the diner. Dad long gone to some startup in Silicon Valley that swallowed him whole. I microwaved leftover lasagna, ate it staring at the fridge magnets spelling out "Dream Big," and wondered if my dreams were big enough for this madness. That night, sleep evaded me. I texted my one friend, Jamie, a non-binary theater kid with a flair for eyeliner and zero tolerance for bullshit, but deleted it before hitting send. Hey, the bully who calls me slurs just made out with me in a closet. Thoughts? Yeah. No. Wednesday dawned crisp, the rain relenting to a watery sun that promised autumn's bite. I braced for exposure in the halls, but Patrick ignored me deliberately, his shoulder clipping mine in the crowd without a glance. It stung worse than a shove. By lunch, paranoia gnawed. Whispers followed me to my corner table, eyes darting. Was it pity? Amusement? I sketched furiously, a storm cloud over the Space Needle, until a shadow fell. Not him, his best friend, Brock, all corn-fed bulk and smug grin. Callahan says you're dead meat after yesterday, he leered, knocking my tray flying. Mashed potatoes splattered like abstract art. Laughter rippled. I fled to the bathroom, locking myself in a stall, breaths ragged. That's when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Meet me after school. Track field. Don't make me regret this. Heart slamming. I wiped my face and nodded to my reflection. Pale, freckled, eyes too wide for my face. Regret what? The kiss? Or whatever came next? The track field was a cracked oval behind the school, bordered by chain link and forgotten bleachers, where the serious runners trained and the rest of us cut class to smoke. I arrived early, hood up against the chill wind off the water, hands shoved deep in pockets. Minutes ticked by, doubt bloomed. A hoax, surely. Then gravel crunched. Patrick, in sweats and a beanie pulled low, scanning like a fugitive. He grabbed my wrist without preamble, yanking me behind the equipment shed. You didn't tell? First words. Accusatory. No, I shot back, yanking free. Why would I? So you can deny it and call me a liar. He flinched, running a hand through his hair. Close. Sans the alpha facade. He looked wrecked, dark circles under those hazel eyes, jaw clenched like he was chewing glass. "I don't know what that was," he admitted, voice rough. "I've never." "Shit, Alex, you're always there, drawing, watching. It messes with my head, Alex. Not freak, not queer. My name, like a secret shared." I swallowed, the air between us electric. "Then why do it? Why kiss me if I'm just your punching bag?" "Because you're not." He stepped closer, heat radiating. "You're real. Everyone else wants the QB mask. You see through it." His hand ghosted my cheek, thumb brushing my lip where it had bruised. I leaned in despite myself, and this time the kiss was slower, exploratory, his mouth soft, learning mine like a map to uncharted waters. Tongues met tentatively, breaths mingling, the world narrowing to the scrape of his stubble, the faint cedar of his soap. We broke apart gasping, foreheads pressed. "This can't happen here," he murmured. "My dad. The team. They'd kill me." I nodded, understanding the invisible chains of small-town machismo, even in liberal Seattle. "Then where?" I whispered. He grinned, boyish and fleeting. "My truck. Friday. After the game. Friday. Lynx versus Roosevelt Rough Riders. Homecoming under the lights." I wasn't a football fan, too many concussions for poetry, but I'd go. For him. As he slipped away, I touched my lips, tasting possibility. Fear lingered, a shadow at the edges, but for the first time, felt like it might bend. The week crawled. Patrick kept distance in public, a shove here, a glare there to maintain the charade. Each attack twisted the knife, but his texts lit up my nights. "Can't stop thinking about your mouth. Sorry for today, had to." Or "Draw me again, send pic." I'd snap covert sketches, him in profile during history, all chiseled distraction. He replied with shirtless post-gym selfies, abs like carved oak, winking emojis that made my stomach flip. Homecoming night arrived with brass band fanfare and the scent of hot dogs wafting from the stands. I sat mid-bleachers, bundled in a Lynx hoodie 2 sizes too big, cheering half-heartedly as Patrick dominated the field, 60-yard passes, tackles that shook the turf. Sweat glistened on his skin under the floodlights, a god among mortals. When he scored the winning touchdown, the crowd roared. He pumped his fist, eyes scanning the stands until they locked on mine. A nod, subtle as a heartbeat. My chest swelled. Post-game, the parking lot buzzed with tailgates and bonfires in truck beds. I waited by his beat-up Ford F-150, silver paint chipped from too many off-road joyrides up in the Cascades. He appeared, helmet hair tousled, jersey grass-stained, grinning like he'd conquered empires. "Get in," he said, tossing me the keys. Inside smelled of leather and victory, country radio humming low. We drove in silence at first, windows cracked to the salt-tanged air, heading nowhere, just out, toward Alki Beach where the Olympics loomed like purple sentinels across the water. He parked facing the sound, engine ticking cool. "One for you," he joked, but his eyes were serious. I laughed, nerves jangling. "Liar. You win for the glory." "Nah." He leaned over the console, hand on my thigh warm, possessive. "For this." The kiss ignited slow, building like a wave. His fingers threaded my hair, pulling me closer. I straddled the gearshift, awkward but urgent, grinding against him as hands roamed. Shirts hiked, skin on skin, his chest broad and dusted with hair, my lean frame arching into him. Whispers turned to moans, the truck fogging like a confessional. After, tangled and spent, he held me. "I like you, Alex." A lot. Simple words. Seismic shift. I traced his collarbone. Heart full. "Me too." Even the bully parts. We laughed. Soft in the dark. But as stars pricked the sky, reality intruded. "What now?" I asked. He sighed. "Sneak around. Until, I don't know. College. Away from here. Away from the eyes. The expectations. It was enough. For now. But secrets in high school are fragile as autumn leaves. Monday brought the first crack. Brock cornered me in the locker room after PE, his meaty fist slamming the door shut behind us. The air hung heavy with chlorine and Axe body spray, the kind that masked nothing. "What's with you and Callahan lately?" he demanded, eyes narrowed to slits, veins bulging in his neck like overinflated tires. I froze mid-lacing my sneakers, pulse thundering. "What do you mean? Play dumb. Always." He stepped closer, reeking of post-workout funk. "Saw you by his truck Friday. Smirking like you own the place. Bill, or I'll make last year look like a picnic." Last year. The swirly in the toilet. The graffiti on my stall door. "Hayes sucks cock." I swallowed bile, forcing a shrug. Just congratulating the team. He threw for 300 yards. Man, Brock's laugh was a bark. Ugly and disbelieving. Bullshit. Patrick's been weird, distracted in huddles, checking his phone like a lovesick chick. He jabbed a finger into my chest, hard enough to bruise. "If you're messing with him, freak, I'll bury you." The door banged open then, coach barking orders, and he slunk away, but the threat lingered like exhaust. I texted Patrick from the bleachers. "Brock suspects. Be careful." His reply buzzed immediate. "Fuck him. Meet at usual spot?" Usual spot. The old mill ruins off the interstate, a graffiti-tagged skeleton of Seattle's logging past, where ferns choked the wheelhouse and the Duwamish River murmured below. I biked there after dark, city lights twinkling distant like fallen stars. He was waiting on a rusted beam, silhouette sharp against the twilight. No hello, just his arms pulling me in, mouth claiming mine with a hunger that bordered on punishment. "Missed this," he growled against my neck, teeth grazing. We tumbled into the undergrowth, clothes shedding like inhibitions, his hands mapping my ribs, my fingers digging into his back as we moved together, urgent and unscripted. The river's rush drowned our gasps, the earth cool beneath us. Lying there after, his head on my chest, I broached it. "Brock's onto us." Patrick tensed, fingers stilling on my hip. "Ignore him. He's all bark," but doubt shadowed his voice. I propped on an elbow, studying his face, strong jaw, lashes fanning cheeks flushed from exertion. "What if he tells your dad?" His laugh was bitter, wind scattering leaves. "Dad already thinks I'm a disappointment. Mom split when I was 6. He's got me lined up for West Point, like I give a shit about camo and kill orders." He rolled away, staring at the stars. "Football's his dream, not mine. Keeps him off my back. Though, off my back." The implication hung, better the bully than the broken son. I curled against him, chin on his shoulder. "Then quit hiding. With me, at least." He turned, I searching mine, vulnerable, stripped. I'm trying, Alex. God, you're the only real thing. Another kiss, soft this time, sealing promises we couldn't keep. School became a minefield. Patrick amped the public cruelty. A accidental elbow to my gut in the hall. A whispered loser during assembly that drew snickers. Each stung, but his apologetic texts mended. Hate this. Love you. Love. The word landed like snow on evergreens. Quiet, transformative. I wrote it in my sketchbook margins. A mantra amid the chaos. Jamie noticed first, cornering me backstage during theater rehearsal. The auditorium smelled of dust and fresh paint, props cluttering the wings like forgotten dreams. You're glowing. Haze. Spill. Jamie's coal-lined eyes missed nothing, their pronouns shifting with the wind but heart steady as a drum. I hesitated, then caved. Patrick. Real. Their jaw dropped, then curved in a grin. The quarterback? Holy plot twist. But if he hurts you, fierce, protective. I know where the fake blood is stored. Their blessing buoyed me, but cracks widened. At the next game, Lynx crushing Ballard. Patrick's arm a cannon. I caught Brock watching us, his stare from the sidelines like a hawk's. Post-victory, in the truck cab with windows steamed, Patrick's hands trembled as he unbuttoned my shirt. He's pushing me, he confessed, lips trailing my collarbone. Wants details on my distraction. I pulled him closer, legs entwining. Tell him to fuck off. We lost ourselves then, bodies sinking in the cramped space, his weight pinning me to the seat, thrusts deep and deliberate, my nails raking his shoulders as release crashed like waves on Alki. You're mine, he panted, forehead to mine. Mine. The word echoed, a vow. But vows break easy. Wednesday, the bomb dropped. I opened my locker to find my sketchbook shredded, pages fluttering like confetti, every drawing of Patrick defaced with marker cocks and slurs. Taped to the door, Fairy's wet dream. Stay away. Anonymous, but the scrawl screamed Brock. Panic clawed. Those sketches were private, soul-bared. I confronted Patrick at lunch, sliding into the booth across from him in the empty corner of the cafeteria. Jocks howled nearby, oblivious. Your friend destroyed my art, I hissed, shoving a torn page under the table. His face paled, fork clattering. Shit. I'll handle it. Handle how? By shoving me harder. Bitterness slipped out. He grabbed my hand under the formica, squeezing. Trust me. Tonight. Mill. Dusk at the mill was velvet. Fireflies winking like conspirators. He arrived on foot. No truck, said he'd bike to throw off tails. We didn't speak at first, just kissed against the wheelhouse wall, his body a bulwark. But midway, he pulled back. Ice stormy. Brock knows. Saw a text I sent you. The love you won. My stomach dropped. What did you do? Lied. Said it was a joke. Pranking the fag. The word landed like a slap, even from his lips. I recoiled. You. What? To protect us, he paced, gravel crunching. He's suspicious. I had to throw him off. It doesn't mean shit, but it did. Echoes of every hallway hell, now weaponized against me. Feels like betrayal, I whispered, voice cracking. He stopped, cupping my face. I'm sorry. God. Alex. I'm drowning here. Tears his wet my cheeks. We sank to the ground, holding tight. The rivers murmur a lullaby for the fractured. Thursday brought escalation. Brock and two goons ambushed me after school, dragging me to the track shed. Fists flew, rib-cracking punches, boot to my gut. Stay away from Patrick, or next time it's your pretty face. Brock snarled, spitting blood-flecked saliva. I curled fetal, tasting copper, world spinning. Patrick found me there, practice over, his roar shattering the dusk. What the fuck? He charged, tackling Brock like a linebacker, fists flying in a blur. Grunts, thuds, blood on knuckles. Not mine this time. The goons scattered. Brock scrambled up, wiping his split lip. He's poison. Man, turning you soft. Patrick loomed, chest heaving. Touch him again, and you're done. Team, school, everything. Brock sneered, backing away. Your funeral, Callahan. Dad'll hear about this. Alone. Patrick knelt, hands gentle on my bruises. Hospital. I shook my head, wincing. Just you. In the shed's dim, we bandaged each other. Ice from his cooler, whispers of I love you like salve. That night, in his truck under street lamp glow, we made love slow, reverent. His mouth worshipping every mark, my body yielding like clay under his sculptor's touch. But the aftershocks rippled. Coach pulled Patrick Friday, benching him for attitude. Rumors swirled. Callahan's cracking, too busy chasing tail. His dad called, screaming over speaker in the truck, voice like gravel. Get your head in the game, boy, or you're out. Patrick hurled the phone, tears hot. He hates me. Always has. I held him as sobs racked that unbreakable frame. Then let me love you enough for both. We clung through the weekend, stealing hours, a hike in Discovery Park, ferns brushing our joined hands, coffee at a hole in the wall in Fremont, knees touching under the table. He opened up. The confusion since middle school, stolen glances at teammates in the showers, the fear of his dad's belt for anything weak. I shared my own first crush on a camp counselor. The isolation of knowing I was gay in a house that loved me but didn't see me. Monday. The dam broke. Assembly for Anti-Bullying Week. Irony thick as fog. Principal droned on stage. Posters of clasped hands beaming. Patrick sat rigid beside the team. Me rose back. Then Brock stood, microphone in hand for student voice. Bullying's real, he said. Voice oily. Like when a fag tries to seduce your best friend. Gasps rippled. He turned, pointing. Isn't that right? Haze. Chaos erupted, whistles, shouts. Patrick surged up, shoving through seats. Shut your mouth. But security swarmed, hauling him back. I bolted for the exit, hallway blurring through tears. Outside, rain lashed again, soaking me to bone. He found me by the flagpole, uniform askew. Alex, wait, I whirled. It's out. Everyone knows. Not like that. He grabbed my arms. I told him the truth last night. Said you're mine. That I love you. My heart stuttered. And kicked my ass. Said I'm dead to the team. Defiance in his eyes. But pain too. Worth it. We kissed then. Rain slick and defiant. Cars honking past. No hiding now. The world watched. But we burned brighter. Word spread like wildfire. Texts. Snaps. Whispers. Jocks shunned Patrick. Girls gossiped in clusters. My locker bloomed with notes. Fairy tale? But also, surprising. You okay? From Jamie and a few others. Mom found out over dinner, her fork pausing mid-lasagna. The Callahan boy? The one who? I nodded, bracing. She set down her fork. I soft. If he makes you happy, kiddo, that's all that matters. But if he hurts you, diner spatula to the knees. Laughter bubbled, tension easing. Seattle's undercurrents, progressive on the surface, judgmental in the veins, tested us. Protests erupted online, Lynx hate trending local. Coach called a team meeting. Patrick didn't go. Instead, we holed up at my place, binging old movies on the couch, Brokeback Mountain, ironic and aching. His hand in mine, thumb stroking knuckles. Scared? He asked during the credits. Terrified, honesty raw. You? Same. But freer. He kissed my temple. Like breathing after drowning. Tuesday brought the Inquisition. Guidance counselor, Mrs. Rivera, a no-nonsense Latina with a stare that peeled onions, summoned us separately. In her office, plants thriving under fluorescent, she leaned forward. This isn't just puppy love, boys. It's a powder keg. Patrick's benched, rumors of expulsion. Alex, your safety. I met her gaze. He's my safety, she sighed, sliding tissues. Then own it. Publicly. Quiet strength over spectacle. Patrick emerged from his turn red-eyed but resolved. She said the same. Apologized for the system's failures. We walked out together, hands brushing first public touch. Hallway eyes burned, but we held heads high. Brock lurked by the gym, lips still swollen. Faggots, he spat, but solo, bark muted. Patrick stepped forward. We're done. You tell Dad. I tell him about the steroids in your locker. Bluff or truth? Brock blanched, slinking away. Victory small, but ours. That night, under my skylight, stars winking through clouds, we explored unhurried. His body over mine, slow grinds building to crescendo, names gasped like prayers. Afterward, tangled sheets, he whispered dreams. Art school for me in Chicago, him coaching youth leagues, no masks. Together, always, but storms brew slow. Patrick's dad showed midweek, pounding the door like Judgment Day. I answered, heart in throat. Mom hovered kitchen. Mr. Callahan barrel-chested, buzz-cut, eyes like flint barked. Where's my boy? Inside. I led him to the living room. Patrick rising from the couch. Jaw set. Dad. You queer. Blunt as a hammer. Patrick nodded. Chin up. Yeah. And Alex is my boyfriend. Silence thick. Then explosion. Disgrace. West points off. Everything. Veins throbbed. Spit flew. Patrick didn't flinch. Good. I never wanted it. I want this. Gesture to us. Intertwined. Callahan's glare shifted to me, assessing. You poison him? No, sir. I love him. Voice steady, surprising me. He deflated, shoulders sagging. Your ma would have hated this. Pause. Heavy. But she's gone. Don't fuck it up, kid. To Patrick. Then out, door slamming echo. Patrick collapsed, shaking. I held him through tears, rage, relief. It's over, he sobbed. The hiding. Not over, I murmured. just beginning. Winter crept in like a thief, frosting the sound's edges and turning breaths to ghosts in the morning chill. November brought Thanksgiving, turkey at Jamie's, Patrick's hand under the tablecloth squeezing mine during grace, his family absent but his presence electric. We carved out a rhythm, stolen lunches in the art room, where I'd sketch him napping on the supply rug, pencil capturing the soft part in his hair, late drives to Gas Works Park, relic towers silhouetted against the skyline, where we'd neck in the truck till windows frosted, hands wandering till we fogged the stars. But harmonies fragile in high school symphonies. The betrayal brewed subtle, a sidelong glance from Patrick during history, his laugh too loud at a jock's joke. I chalked it to nerves, the residue of exposure. Then came the party. Brock's bash at his lake house up in Sammamish, sprawling deck over the water, kegs flowing like the holiday cheer no one felt. Patrick begged me to come. Show 'em we're unbreakable. I's pleading, that boyish grin. I relented, borrowing Jamie's leather jacket for armor. The house pulsed with bass, red solo cups littering like casualties. Jocks clustered fireside, girls in crop tops giggling. Outliers like Jamie held court in corners, trading zingers. Patrick vanished into the throng, emerging with beers, arms slung casual over my shoulders. "My guy," he announced to a cluster, voice steady. Cheers mixed with murmurs. Progress? Or powder keg? We danced awkward in the living room, bodies swaying to trap beats, his hips grinding mine till heat built low. Whispers tickled my ear. Cute couple. But eyes lingered, Brock's from the deck, nursing a grudge and a brew. Midnight neared. Shots circulated. Patrick downed 3, then pulled me aside. "Gotta talk to Coach." "Quick. About reinstatement?" Hope flickered. "Yeah. Be back." Kiss to my temple. Gone into the night. Minutes stretched. I nursed my cup by the fire, Jamie at my side. "He's peacocking," they warned, eyebrow arched. "Don't let it blind you. He's trying, defensive, but seed planted." Half hour passed. I slipped out, lake air crisp, docks creaking under wavelets. Voices drifted from the boathouse, low, heated. Patrick's, slurred. "Just a phase. Coach. Get me back on the field. I'll ditch the fag shit." My blood iced. I crept closer, shadow in shadows. Coach's rumble. "Smart, kid. Callahan men don't bend. Prove it. Ditch him public." Laughter. Patrick's. Hollow. "Deal. Watch this." He emerged then, spotting me. Face shifting guilt, calculation. "Alex." "Hey." Arm around my waist, but stiff. "You okay?" Testing. "Fine. Let's go." Pulled me toward the deck, where Brock held court, crowd circling. He stopped center, lights strung like nooses. "Yo, listen up. Volume up. Beer high. This thing with Hayes? Prank. Bench too long. Needed a laugh." Laughter erupted. Cruel wave. I froze, his arm dropping like lead. "What?" Whisper lost in roar. He met my eyes, pleading, then stealing. "Sorry, man. Football first." Shrug, like shedding skin. Brock hooped, clapping his back. Girls tittered. I backed away, world tilting, chest caving. Outside, gravel bit knees as I retched. Ball hot. Jamie found me, hauling up. Bastard. Their car ride home silent. Rain smearing lights. Bed that night. Sheets cold. Phone dark. No texts. I curled fetal. Sobs racking, betrayal a blade. Twisting deep. Sketches burned in the sink. Ashes swirling like my heart. School Monday, gauntlet. Hallways parted. Whispers slicing. Patrick avoided, head down. With the team. Lunch, he slid into my booth. Tentative. Alex. Please. It was to get back on. Out. Ice in veins. He flinched. But left. Classes blurred. Art room sanctuary shattered. His ghost in every stroke. Jamie rallied troops. Petitions to coach. Anonymous posts calling out the hypocrisy. But the wound festered. Week dragged. I skipped the next game. Huddled with mom over cocoa. Boys break hearts. Me, Joe, she said, accent thick with her own ghosts. But you, unbreakable. Tears then, hers and mine. Friday, confrontation brewed. I waited by his locker post bell. Sketchbook clutched. Last one, him sleeping, innocent. He approached, entourage peeling. Talk, track field, dusk purple. Rain threatened, air heavy. Why? Simple, shattering. He rubbed neck, eyes down. Coach cornered me. Said reinstate or bust. Dad's breathing down scholarships. Future. I panicked. And me? Collateral, voice cracked. You're everything. Step closer. I love you. That night. I told him no. Quit the team. Wait, what? When? Wednesday. After the party. Realized I couldn't sell us out. Tears tracked his cheeks. Brock twisted it. Spread lies. But I chose you. Proof? He pulled phone voicemail from coach. Furious resignation acceptance. Text to dad. I'm gay. Dating Alex. Deal or disown. Unsent. But drafted. I wavered. Walls crumbling. Hurts. I know. He closed gap. Hands cupping face. Let me fix. Kiss tentative, mine hesitant. His fervent. Rain broke then, soaking us, but we didn't stop. Under the downpour, on the field where cheers once rang, we reclaimed bodies pressing, water sluicing, love a torrent. After, drenched in his jacket, we biked to the mill. There, in the wheelhouse, fire crackling from scavenged wood, we bared souls. He confessed fears. Abandonment echoes from mom's flight, dad's iron fist shaping a son too scared to bend. I shared isolation, the drawings as lifelines, love a color I'd only sketched. Dawn painted the river gold. No more games, he vowed, fingers laced. Out and proud, promise, teasing, but earnest. Swear, winter deepened, so did we. Holidays, his dad thawed slow, awkward dinner at ours, passing potatoes without glares. Mom's tamales bridged gaps, tentative questions about the boy yielded gruff nods. New Year's at gasworks, countdown kiss under fireworks, Seattle's skyline exploding in welcome. School shifted. Petitions worked, anti-bullying assembly revisited. Patrick's story, anonymized, shared. Brock sidelined, rumors of his own secrets bubbling. We walked halls hand in hand, jocks averting eyes, some nodding respect. Art show, my pieces, abstracted in charcoals and oils, hung gallery walls, Patrick's pride beaming brighter than spotlights. But peace tests resolve. Valentine's loomed, chocolate hearts in stores mocking fragility. Patrick planned surprise. Weekend cabin in the Olympics, his uncle's off-season retreat. Just us, he grinned, packing flannels and wine. Drive up, winding roads through firs, radio crooning Springsteen, Thunder Road, our anthem. Cabin nestled lakeside, logs creaking welcome. Snow-dusted peaks. Inside, fire roaring, quilts piled. First night, slow undress by hearthlight, his body gilded, scars from tackles faint, mine from shoves fading. We mapped anew, lips on freckles, fingers tracing tattoos, his faded anchor, steady, whispers weaving futures. Climax built languid, waves cresting in unison, names sacred. Morning, pancakes charred, laughter echoing. Hike to falls, icicle swords, mist rainbowed. Slipping on ice, tumble laugh into snowbank, his weight warm atop. Forever, breathless. Damn right. Return Sunday, bliss bubble burst. Truck radio crackled news, local scandal, coach implicated in hazing cover-ups. Patrick's phone blew, dad calling, come home. We talk, homecoming different. Callahan patriarch, beer in hand, clapped Patrick's shoulder. Proud, son. Real man owns his shit, gruff, but genuine. Tears his hidden. Spring bloom tentative. Prom whispers, you two going? We did, tuxes rented, corsages pinned ironic. Gym transformed, streamers, disco ball spinning. We danced cheek to Wonderwall, world fading. Brock sulked corner, we owned the floor. Graduation neared, caps and gowns a finish line. My acceptance, RISD, Providence Arts Mecca. His community college, coaching cert, staying local. Long distance. Nah, grin sly. Applied transfer. Follow you east. Heart sword. Summer. Jobs, me barista. Him lifeguard. Nights tangled on beaches. Bonfires crackling tales. But climax loomed. Unbidden. July 4th. Beach party. Puget lapping. Fireworks boomed. Beers flowed. Old teammates crashed. Brock trailing drunk. Belligerent. Still playing house. Callahan's? Patrick tensed. Arm steel around me. Beat it. Brock lunged. Bottle swinging. Chaos shoves. Sand flying. Fists connected. Patrick's lips split. I pulled him back. But Brock turned on me. Ruined him. You. Patrick's roar. Uppercut clean. Brock down. Crowd gaping. Sirens wailed distant. We fled. Hearts pounding. Beach house. Stitches from mom's kit. Ice packs. Worth it? I asked, dabbing blood. Every punch. Kiss salty. For us. Charges dropped. Self-defense. Witnesses galore. Brock expelled echoes. Patrick hailed reluctant hero. August heat wave. Last hurrah. Road trip south. Oregon coast. Redwoods whispering ancients. Motels neon lit. Beds creaking stories. In Crescent City. Under sea stacks. Waves thundering. He dropped to knee, not ring. But promise. Lock it with my sketch inside. Till Providence and beyond. Tears salter than spray. Yes. Fall beckoned, plains. Dorms. Calls at odd hours. But roots deep. Love a bridge. College hit like a freight train. Providence's brick ivy strangling autumn leaves. Riz Studios humming with paint fume fever dreams. I dove in, figure drawing at dawn, critiques till midnight, canvases birthing urban myths, rain-slick streets, shadowed lovers echoing Seattle ghosts. Texts from Patrick anchored, miss your laugh. Game tonight, wish you here. Videos of him coaching JV Lynx. Whistle shrill, that grin undimmed. But distance gnaws. Thanksgiving, flight west. Arms open at Seattle-Tacoma. He waited, beanie low, eyes devouring. Airport kiss devoured back. Desperate, month starved. Drive home. Hands wandering console. Truck swerving laughter. Callahan dinner evolved, Mr. C. Ahead. Passing yams with grunts turned questions. How's that art nonsense? Progress. Tolerance to curiosity. Mom's pie sealed peace. Winter break. Cabin redux. Snow blanketing Olympics like forgiveness. We built forts. Snowball wars ending tumbled, his body pinning, cold cheeks warming under kisses. Nights, firelit, slow explorations, new scars from games traced, my calloused fingers from brushes worshipped. Grow with me, he murmured post-climax, breath ragged. Always, spring semester, my exhibit urban veins, portraits of hidden hearts, Drew raves, Patrick's FaceTime beaming from rainy Seattle. His cert neared. Dad hinted garage startup. Coaching side. Roots, he said. For us, but Fisher's form. Summer internship. NYC. Galleries glittering. Patrick visited subway rides. Central Park picnics. His hand in mine amid skyscrapers. Magic. Till fights sparked. My late nights schmoozing curators. His jealousy flaring. Am I losing you to the city? Never. Reassurance kisses in alley shadows. But doubt seated. Fall junior year bombshell. Phone call mid-critique. Charcoal smudging fingers. Alex. Dad's sick. Cancer. Fast. World grade. Flight immediate baggage claim. His arms crushing. Callahan patriarch withered. Hospital bed a throne of tubes. Bully to the end, he rasped, gripping Patrick's hand. To me, take care of my boy. I will. Vigil. Nights in vinyl chairs. His head on my shoulder. Tears silent. Mom brought coffee. Jamie quips lightened. When he passed, quiet, dawn breaking, Patrick shattered. Funeral, military honors. Flag folded sharp. Graveside. He broke. Sobs into my chest. Rain mingling. Only family left. You have me. Us. Aftermath. Estate settled. Garage his Callahan auto. Neon sign flickering promise. He threw into work. Grease under nails. Smiles rare. I finished semester remote. Sketches of him wrench deep. Resilient. Christmas. Quiet. Tree trimmed sparse. Ornaments his mom's. Under boughs. Lovemaking tender bodies healing. Whispers mending. Senior year. Thesis loomed. Fractured lights. Seattle nights. Love's prisms. Patrick drove east. Cross-country haul in the truck. Playlists looping born to run. Providence welcomed. Apartment hunt. RISD tours. Stay, I begged. Try long distance first. Roots call. Compromise bitter. Grad show. Packed gallery. Flashes popping. He flew in. Suit crisp. Eyes proud. Post-toast. Rooftop bar. City sprawl below. Marry me. Ring simple silver band. Engraved fear to love. Knees buckled. Yes, but joy tempers. Job offers, NYC gallery curator. His Expand Garage, youth program for at-risk kids, bullied boys, hidden selves. Go, he urged. I'll follow. Reluctant launch. Sublet in Brooklyn. Brownstones echoing lonely. Calls daily. Love you. Miss your chaos. Visits bridged. His in spring. Cherry blossoms central. Mine summer. Sound swims. Crab boils. Year 1, grind. Late nights curating. His early mornings wrenching. Fights via Zoom. You're drifting. You're clinging. Crux. Anniversary. Truck bed under stars. Alki Beach. Fire pit crackling. Waves lapping. We're fraying, he admitted. Ring glinting. Fear winning. Echo title. Our story. He pulled me close. Nah. Us stronger. Renewal therapy tandem. Virtual. His grief unpacked. My ambition tamed. Compromises. Bi-coastal months. His guest spot coaching NYC Rec League. Year 2, expansion. Gallery thrived. His program bloomed. Callahan Safe Space. Anti-bullying hub. Wedding whispers. Seattle summer. Beachside. Jamie officiating non-binary fabulous. But climax crests unyielding. Fall. Call from Brock. Changed man. Post-rehab. Seeking amends. Heard about your pops. Sorry. Patrick met him coffee neutral ground. Forgiveness tentative. Ripple old wounds reopen. Patrick withdraws. Nightmares of dad's belt. Brock's fists. Am I enough? Ask. Bed cold. More, but eyes haunted. Crisis peaks. My show veins revisited. Evolutions. He flies, but mid-toast. Collapses panic attack. Crowd blurring. Stress. Exhaustion. Hospital vigil reverse. His hand in mine. Monitors beeping steady. Recovery. Sabbatical. We retreat. Cabin. Snow again. Days walks. Talks. Fears voiced. Loves reaffirmed. Nights. Redemptive bodies sinking soul deep. Release cathartic. Spring return fortified. Garage franchises. Gallery tours national. Wedding plans. Invites out. Vows drafted. Summer solstice. Beach. Sunset gold. Aisle sand swept. Guests sparse. Mom tearful. Jamie quipping. Old teammates nodding respect. Rings exchanged. Waves applauding. Kiss seals. Fear conquered. Honeymoon. Road trip. Route 66 reverse. Motels kitsch. Canyons vast. Laughter heals. Future sketched. Adoptions whispered. Art coaching fusion. Years fold. Brooklyn brownstone bought joint. Nursery painted neutral. First. Foster kid. 12. Bullied echoes our stories shared. Healing triad. Legacy. Patrick's book. From cleats to hearts. Memoir raw. My illustrations accompany. Veins of truth. Decade mark. Beach bonfire. Same spot. Worth the dominance? He teases. Arm around. Every kiss. Laughter. Love's fire eternal. Time's a river. Carving canyons from stone. Our stone. Once fractured. Now enduring. The brownstone in Brooklyn became sanctuary. Exposed brick walls hung with my evolutions. Veins eternal. Series tracing Patrick's profile through decades. From boyish scruff to silver-threaded temples. Mornings. Coffee brewing. Him in grease-stained tees prepping for the commute to his Queens garage franchise. Me sketching over toast. Our son. Riley, adopted at 14, now 16 with his dad's hazel eyes and my artist's hands, grumbling from upstairs about calc homework. Riley's arrival shattered and mended. Caseworker knock 3 years post-wedding. Skinny kid with a backpack and walls higher than the bridge. Gay? Here. Skeptical snort. But Patrick knelt. A level. Yeah. And loved for it. Slow thaw. Fishing trips to the sound. Art classes where Riley's comics bloomed fierce, tackling his own closet demons. Now, he struts halls of his progressive charter, dating a non-binary violinist, pride flag pinned to his denim jacket. Challenges persist, human as breath. Patrick's program scaled, safe spaces chapters in 10 states, but funding fights drained, boardroom battles, donors with agendas. They want us sanitized, he vented one night, tie loosened, bourbon neat. I massage temples, fight dirty. Like the bully you were. Grin flashed. Boy returned. Yes, sir. Victory next month. Grant locked. Expansion greenlit. My world spun 2 solo show MoMA. American Fractures. Critiques hailing raw humanism in queer narratives. But spotlights glare. Trolls online. Slurs echoing high school halls. Hiding again? Texts from Jamie, now Broadway director, pulling me to galas. Patrick's rock. Post-show dinner. His toast. To the boy who saw me. Still does. Anniversary 20. Seattle return. Full circle. Flight lands fog-kissed. Truck waits. Riley shotgun. Dad's corny surprise. Drive to Alki. Beach strung lanterns. Family gathered. Mom, gray-streaked. Dinah retired. Jamie, tonight's MC. Even Brock reformed. Sober sponsor in Patrick's program. Arm around his husband. Kids in tow. Water under, he'd said years back. Amends sealed over coffee. Now, hugs awkward but real. Fire pit roars. Esmore's sticky fingers. Toasts flow. Riley's. Teary laugh. You too? Gross. But goals. Patrick's. Eyes locked mine. Voice gravel soft. From fear to this. You, Alex Hayes Callahan, turned my dominance to devotion. Mine. And your kiss? Saved me. Applause. Then dance, barefoot sand. To Thunder Road. Bodies known as maps. Night deepens. Guests fade. We walk water's edge. Waves lapping ankles cool. Regrets? He asks. Hand-laced. None. You? Only not sooner. Pause. Stars pricking. Kids more? Bio? Heart tugs. Talks circled surrogacy. But Riley's enough chaos. Someday. Or travel gallery hops. Your clinics worldwide. Dream. Kiss salt-tanged. Timeless. Dawn. Mill ruins. Pilgrimage. Wheelhouse sags. Graffiti fresh. Love wins in rainbow. Inside. Echoes. First frantic grapples. Later healings. He pulls photo. Faded print from that rainy field kiss. Sign fear to love propped prop-like. Our origin. Laughter bubbles. Cheesy. Us. Return east. Life resumes. Richer. Riley's prom. Tuck's fussing. Patrick's tie-tying mirror pep. Own it, kid. Like we did. Drop off. His date's corsage pinned. Our cheers from truck. Summer. Family road trip. Route 66 eastbound. Canyons red as passion. Motels neon memories. Grand Canyon rim. Riley sketching vistas. Us stealing kisses overlook. Full circle. Patrick murmurs. Arm waist. Fall. Riley's college apps, NYU Tish. Theater like Jamie. Your genes. IT's Patrick. Quarterback drama. His grin. Nah. Your heart. Crisis minor. Garage fire arson. Rival shop grudge. Flames lick night. Sirens wail. Patrick inside saving tools smoke inhalation. Hospital again. Vigil. Riley pacing. My hand his. Awake dawn. Stubborn ass. I chide. Tears. Protector. Weak smile. Recovery. Community rallies, fundraisers. Safe space kids volunteering rebuild. Stronger Phoenix. Winter. Holidays hybrid Brooklyn tree. Seattle flight. Mom's tamales shipped. Mr. CS ghost in toasts. Riley home. Tales spilling. Spring. My retrospective Whitney. Dominion's kiss. Opening. Patrick suit sharp. Riley suit sharper. Flashes blinding. Walls pulsar story. Sketches intimate. Abstracts emotional. Critics. Humanist triumph. Love's quiet revolution. Afterparty. Rooftop. City hum. Patrick's whisper. Proud. Me too. Summer 25. Vow renewal. Beach again. Smaller circle. Rings re-exchanged. Sands shifted. Riley best man. Quip. Still gross. Aging graces. Patrick's salt pepper hair. My laugh lines deepening. Garage Empire funds scholarships. My galleries mentor queer artists. Book sequel. Kisses endured. Co-authored. Illustrations entwined. Riley's wedding. 5 years on. Park ceremony. His spouse's vows echoing ours. Patrick's toast. Love's not fear conquered once. Daily. Tears collective. Empty nest. Brownstone echoes. But trips fill. Paris ateliers. Tokyo clinics. 60s him retired. Wrench passed to Riley's firm. Me adjunct. Teaching narrative veins. 70. Cabin final. Olympics snow-dusted. Fire crackles. Hands veined. Laced. Best plot, he asks. Eyes dimming soft. You. Kiss featherlight. Legacy. Safe Spaces Global. My archives donated. Hayes Callahan collection. Riley's kids, are grand. 2 boys. 1 girl visit. Tales of Papa Pat the bully turned hero. 90s. Bed shared. Breaths synced. Last words his. Fear. To love. Mine. Forever. After. Funeral joint. Beach scatter. Ashes mingling waves. Riley's eulogy. They dominated fear. With love. Crowd nods, family vast. Stories shared. Jamie closes. Curtain falls. Encore eternal. Waves carry. Stars witness. Story ends not in tragedy, but transcendence, human, American, unbound. In the end, 1 kiss sufficed, but lifetimes bloomed from it.